comenzar con un jueguito que no jugaba, valga la redundancia, desde el primer PlayStation. Y eso en mi vida es hace que 15 años, no sé, 15 o más años. Vamos a probar a ver qué tal. El 3 fue el que jugué y pasé. Recuerdo túneles, montañas, aviones super futuristas. Vamos a ver cuánto ha avanzado en cuanto a los aviones esto. Los controles supongo que deben ser los mismos. Escucha. Probando, probando.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone.
Bueno, ¿y esto de qué trata el paso?
Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Camaradas.
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Okay. Cuando me sueltan el avión.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been doing your best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Shirt. Assault.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission.
Okay.
It's possible that the
Me
Usian
recuerda mucho
ceasefire
al pre-
has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Ok, ok. Ok. Lanzamiento, grupo y objetivo. Cámara aquí. Esta misión se ve fácil. Preparación de la misión. Vamos a empezar a ver sin tanta vuelta. Y es ok, un F10 y el clásico y de toda la vida F-16. Estados Unidos tiene casi 1000 aviones de estos operativos y espera que duren hasta el año 2040 y pico. Eso sí es un avión que vale la pena. Ok, velocidad del F-104, eso no me acuerdo, pero bueno. Obviamente vamos con el F-16 de toda la vida y este es el único misil. So, listo, nos fuimos. Start mission. Yeah. Sí. Okay. Y vamos.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Sí, ahí va arrancando, vamos a ver qué tal es. Aunque este también está para computadora, pero preferí comprarlo en el Play porque tengo una pantalla más grande para jugar este tipo de cosas.
What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to
Este se
Sky.
puede jugar con el VR, pero yo no tengo eso.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify
Sí,
and
con
feedback.
que arranca, joven.
Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Ok, aquí me ve la
Column
anterior.
Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Freno.
Fire controllers are responding. We can't launch interceptors. Mage 2 scramble. Take off now. Do we know the number of bogies? The carrier is net big. Don't let her run aground.
Cambio de cámara.
What's happening? Status report. Anyone? Mage 2, is there a problem? We almost there are fuel storage. We have to hit him back.
Ok.
Bombers, give us some intel. Get those fighters in the air. They're still bombing us. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger,
Oh,
I'm
good
your
boy.
wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. This looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot, or so I told him. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash,
Aquí
though.
está. Agarrarle de nuevo la jugada a este, no me acuerdo cómo. Alejarme. ¿Dónde va? Sí, aquí está.
Mage 2 locked. Target was not
Uy.
struck.
Ahí está.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Aquí está para allá.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Uy, esto me recuerda a la niñez, porque yo jugué hace Combat 3 en el Play 1 y lo pasé como 500 veces. Tendría yo como 10 años. A ver, pero esto no es un juego para todo el mundo.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
En este modo supongo que es bueno jugarlo con los lentes de realidad virtual.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
Esta misión está como regalada. Porque
Mage
con
2,
lo torpe
targets
que
in range. Pair of bombers.
sigo,
Trigger, stay calm.
todavía no veo enemigos persiguiéndome. Uy,
He's still barely gotten his feet
no,
wet.
mire, ya me están dando. Bueno, vamos al otro. Dale, bro, saludos.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Ok, aquí hay dos.
That's it. It's great, but it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base and we can make it in one piece. Bandit in my sight. Lock on. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
A ver, a ver. Ah, viene de frente hacia mí. Está abajo las nubes.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
C125, eso es un ruso, un
Are you
tupolet.
kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
¡Ah!
Mage 2, status report.
Un japonés, un harakiri.
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I told him. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Our fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Attack missed. Watch out for the support aircraft.
Final 3 engaging. On one.
I maneuver behind the enemy.
What's your six? Bandit! Bandit sighted. Evading missile. I'm spiked.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I maneuver behind the enemy. Fox 2.
Mage 2, walking.
Target lock.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Really,
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back in base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
no lo compraba.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Target is in range of these. I can't tell them apart. Missile hit.
Missile.
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it off.
Continuing attack. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I'd call that mission accomplished. We've still got half our package. Empty into what? Hangars and runways. Enemy missile inbound activating. Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire! Bandit acquired. Firing. Attacking from behind my target.
He's mine. He's not getting away.
Missile, evade!
H2 bandit confirmed down.
They conferred with their whole payload. Enemy on my tail! Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Evade! Eject! Front suit. Use a point.
This is Mage 1. I'm spiked.
Locked.
Still in the blink.
Locked on target.
Allies been shut down.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones? Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater and Custer Bay. I am Princess Rosa Crescentalis of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Gollum Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Fire control isn't responding. We can't launch interceptors. Mage 2 scramble. Take off now. Do we know the number of bogeys?
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Tum, 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 tum. Ay, desbloqueado la lista de aviones o algo así. Siguiente.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Each squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! Shit, where the
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! Going for the radar car!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's their rate. Being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Locked on! Request permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Target confirmed destroyed. Nice. The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Missed.
Taking fire. Evading.
Locked on.
Missile launched.
Lock 2. Are you sure you can't even avenge us all? Breaking off. Butcher 6. Bandit evaded attack. Try again. Missiles headed your way.
Good work, Trigger. You've been a lovely pile of scrap. Trigger, there's one more to go.
In gun range. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Breaking off.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Evade that missile. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Write your manual in a language we can understand.
Page 2. Look. All right. This base is worth destroying.
Missile! Evading!
They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them.
Opening gun range.
Pull up. Pull up.
Enemy missile cruising. Breaking.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Target eliminated.
Evade. Do it now.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Mage 2, bandit on your 6.
Missile.
It didn't connect. Huh? Keep your mind focused. Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. Taking cover in the clouds. The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Missile. Evading. Warning. Bandit on your 6.
Fox 2, Fox 2! All transports have been destroyed, but the carrier make it.
5 targets remaining.
Locked. I maneuver behind the enemy.
Missile. Evading.
Bandit on your tail.
All aircraft, residential area is below you.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Warning. Bandit on your 6.
He's mine. He's not getting away.
We've got recourse. Missile fired. Evading.
It didn't connect.
Caution. Pull up.
God damn it. My brother was in that radar unit. Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Enemy's airstrikes are flawless. We're done for.
Being locked onto.
Missile.
Break. Break.
Missile.
Bandit evaded attack. Trying again. Everything's been burned down. Enemy missile detected.
Pull up.
Warning.
Eyes up in there.
That's a miss.
Evade that missile!
The enemy's traveled a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
Fox 2, Fox 2!
Column 2, you can't go after every target.
The clouds.
Target has been destroyed.
Caution. Pull up.
H2, they have a lock on you.
Missile.
H2, missile launch.
Missile.
Fox 2. Missile fired. Evading.
It didn't connect.
Bandit on your 6.
No missiles remaining.
Missile.
H2, missile.
Missile.
Hostile on your back. Watch out. Evade that missile. Warning. Bandit on your 6.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready.
Behind target,
Stand clear,
ready to
15
attack.
meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away. What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
Target lock.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
No missiles remaining. Missile evaded.
Ammunition zero.
Mark 2. Golem 2, the enemy's reading you.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Ammunition zero. Missile.
Caution, missile!
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
He escaped into the clouds.
Ammunition zero.
Missed.
Ammunition zero.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
Ammunition zero.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt. Don't try to read their movements.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile zero. Missile. Missile.
I'm iced up. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Missile.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
Mage 2.
Just 2 more. Locked. It's chow time.
Missile.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Ammunition 0.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Ammunition 0. Missile.
Evade! Missile!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here. Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
H2 is flashed a bit. One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Fox 2.
Ammunition
Missiles
0.
depleted.
Ammunition 0.
Fox 2.
They won't show up on the radar.
Don't ice up in there.
Ammunition 0. Ammunition
Targeting range of guns.
Fox 2.
Where'd he go? Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. Our team.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.